If you're a nice person, yet you're suffering, you're overwhelmed, you're pissed off, got chronic fatigue or anxiety, or in some kind of way you're numbing out, you find yourself in the middle of a lot of drama, this might be useful to you. My name's Poppy. I'm a psychotherapist, psychologist, coach. Worked with people for 25 plus years. I'm not registered. I don't do that stuff anymore. Doesn't work for me. However, what might work for you is considering where you're lying to yourself about things. I heard somebody talking here in the park on the phone the other day, and I thought it's so common that we lie. This woman was saying, yeah, she thinks we're better friends than we are, and proceeded to say quite a lot of pretty nasty stuff. And I thought, she doesn't have boundaries with this woman. What is okay and what is not okay. A boundary is not a wall, and a boundary isn't there for other people. A boundary is there for us. And we're not taught this stuff. It's devastating. The impact on our health, our finances, our everything, because we're taught, be you but not like that. A trauma response is people pleasing. Robert Lefevre says the most acceptable addiction in our culture, compulsive people pleasing. It's not nice. And what I found, and me too, is that when we say yes when we mean no, consider where you're doing that currently, we actually end up subtly punishing other people, gaslighting the flipping oblivion out of them passively through small little punishments that stack over time. Is toxic behaviour. However, we've not learnt another way. It's the survival response to contort ourselves like pretzels, to become geniuses at spreading our symptoms of dis-ease in such a way that it's fairly undetectable to the untrained eye. And oftentimes we'll hide behind illness or some kind of passive. We're not direct. We don't take risks for fear that it will get worse. Am I right or am I right? Years ago I developed a program, Thrive Boundaries Mastery. You're very welcome to it. It talks about how to have graceful, straight conversations for our safety and security. We can never feel secure and connected with other people when we lie. We can't know who loves us, cares for us, who would have our back, when we know that that person do not know us because we haven't been honest. We've fudged it. We haven't taken a risk. The amount of times I wore an engagement ring to a flipping date once in my teens because I didn't know how to say no thank you. I feel for us all that there's so much threat that we have in life from all kinds of different directions about taking risks to be who we are. It nearly killed me, and I meet people, I have the pleasure and the privilege to talk to people about their lives. Psychiatric facilities, prisons, you name it, full of people who are chronic liars. It hurts us all. And what oftentimes we don't know, empaths, nice people, is how very damaging we are to other people with our niceness. This woman being one of them, the woman on the phone. I would bet my bottom dollar that many people would say, oh, she's so lovely. She's so... No, she ain't. She's flipping raging and she's attacking somebody because she doesn't have boundaries. That's not gracious, that's not nice, that's mean, it's cruel. It's gaslighting personified, and me too, I've been there and done it. It was the way that I got through a lot. Survival technique. And bravo us for being so genius with finding ways to survive, stay sane and keep going. However, in adulthood it backfires, and it's called chronic fatigue, fibro, anxiety, depression, drug addiction, you name it. And it's what happens when we chronically abandon ourselves because we think that we should do what we think other people want from us. And what we're actually doing is setting us all up to be very insecure, reactive, unhappy, shut down people who rob each other of the best of us. You on fire, me too, all of us humans. I've met so many thousands of people across the world, and we are flipping glorious to our core when we get out of our own way. I've never met a boring or nasty person. I've met people who are reactive and wounded, definitely. I've met people, me too, who've done terrible, terrifically bad things. However, when we come from the core of who we are, when we understand how to say yes and no in the places that are real, we start to thrive. We start to feel really safe and secure. We start to understand that we're way more similar than we are different a lot of the time. It's shocking how close you can feel, how quickly, how safe you can feel, how quickly with all kinds of different people when we have the courage to speak into the important things. And I can tell you through experience, it will not get any better until we start to understand how to have real, truthful conversations that involve risk. However, we don't have vocabulary for this, so that's why I put it together. 90 days access you have. I would be delighted if you have it. It took me a lot of pain, a lot of difficulty, a damn lot of research and lots of trial and error to understand this stuff, put it together and get it out there. So Thrive Boundaries Mastery is yours if you'd like it. And if this resonates with any of you, please share the video. Maybe somebody else could benefit. There's often a very clear, compelling reason why we're in trouble. And a very clear and compelling solution if we reach for it and allow ourselves to have it. If we do the same thing, we get the same result. It's a choice point, life. Sometimes we're ready to do it slightly differently. Sending enormous love.